And you notice I have two bottles. One of them is for water and one of them is for formula. Now, I keep most of the time, I keep the screw-on caps on the end of the tubing. Even though we have check valves to keep from dripping, leaking, I prefer to have the screw-on caps for safety. Because certainly if you're traveling for any length of time, they're much better, much safer. So the first thing I'm going to do is unscrew the cap and take the funnel for the water. And I always take a towel and put it over me, because when I open up the the cap for my stomach, sometimes I'm lucky and it doesn't spill out, and sometimes I'm not so lucky. Good. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to flush out the system. I generally pump about 8 or 9 times with water. That gives me approximately the 2 ounces of water that the dietitian would like me to use to flush out my system before I put in the formula. Now, we'll get the, what did I do with the cap for the formula? Now we have a funnel for the formula. Screw that on. So now, let's feed myself. And I feed myself generally at the rate that I would if I were using a syringe. So I pump this 8 or 10 times. Then I stop and I let it rest. You notice my one hand, the left hand in this case, is over the connection between the end of the feeding tube and the end of the easy feed pump, so that doesn't leak. All right, let's try it again. And that would be another syringe full of formula. Let's try it again. It'll take probably 4 sessions to empty this bottle. All right, I can hear air starting, so I'm going to disconnect the easy feed pump, cap it, set this down, go back and put the water back in and flush out the system again, and then we'll be done feeding. Again, I'm going to use 8 or 9 pumps of water. That gives me about the 2 ounces of water that the dietitian recommended I use before and after feeding. Now, I'm going to take the funnel off of the water because we're going to sit here for, it's going to sit here for a couple of hours. I'm going to screw the cap back on. Since it's going to sit there for a couple of hours, I don't want it to leak all over the place. Now, I'm going to take the formula bottle out and clean it out in the kitchen sink. Let's go. We have finished feeding. Now it's time to clean the Easy Feed pump. Take the bottle out, drain out the formula, and fill the bottle up with hot water twice. Pump it out. Add 1 drop of liquid soap. Fill it up with about, less than half of a full bottle, and shake the dickens out of it. To the right side up, put the pump back in the bottle, screw it in, and pump out the soapy hot water. That out. Just filled up twice with cold water. And put less than half of a bottle of cold water. Put the pump back in, screw it in, and pump out the soapy hot water through the tubing. Cleanliness is going to be the key to making this work well. We're all done. Set it aside, take off the funnel tip. We're ready to go for the next feeding. That's it.